Australia's defense exports to Israel have sparked controversy and drawn global criticism. The permits granted have raised concerns about potential human rights abuses in Gaza. Recent Senate hearings revealed a significant number of defense permits granted to Israel, causing increased concern. The civilian crisis in Gaza has led to mounting pressure on Australia to justify these exports. Rights groups and activists urge a halt to military exports to prevent humanitarian law breaches. Francesca Albanese, UN's rapporteur on Palestinian territories, highlights the international community's failure in responding to the conflict. Questions arise about Australia's contribution through military exports. Palestinian human rights groups have initiated legal action seeking records of Australia's arms exports to Israel to assess potential rights violations. Legal experts emphasize the necessity to understand Australia's export decisions and individuals' rights to seek judicial review based on available information. There's ambiguity surrounding defense exports and Australia's adherence to international treaties like the Arms Trade Treaty. Questions arise about the government's criteria to evaluate human rights breaches. Australia lacks transparency post-export and faces criticism for insufficient oversight and control over exported goods. Domestic pressure mounts as activists, lawyers, and political entities in Australia demand a ceasefire in Gaza and call for an immediate halt to defense exports. Human Rights Watch warns about complicity in grave abuses due to arms transfers and calls for the suspension of arms transfers to warring parties in Israel and Gaza. Despite mounting opposition against arms exports, major countries like Germany and the US continue sales, raising concerns over complicity in ongoing conflicts.